in our Sukhasana. Sitting nice and tall. Shoulders relaxed. Crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. And gently close the eyes from here. Keeping the muscles of the face relaxed. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, expanding belly, expanding chest. And exhale out through the mouth. 2 more like that. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. 1 more nice inhale. And a long exhalation. And then from here, you can continue to breathe, this time in through the nose and out through the nose. Just feeling the breath rising and falling. And keeping all of your awareness there on your breathing. Listening to it, feeling it. Full concentration on the breath. But when there is a distraction of the mind, acknowledging it, letting it go, and just coming back to your next breath. We'll take a few more moments here. Let's start to bring the hands to heart center, palms in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra. Take a moment to find an intention for your practice. And we'll just gently bow our heads to our hands to open our practice, sealing that intention as well. You can allow the hands to float down into the lap. Begin to flutter the eyes, open, gazing down. And then we'll just gently float the crown of the head back up. All right, from here, we're going to extend out our legs in front of us, bring our hands by our hips, and just take a moment to shake out through the legs. You can rock on the heels. You can flex and point the feet, maybe circle the feet one way, circle the feet the other way. Little dribbles in the knees. And then we're going to cross our legs again. We're going to bring our other ankle in front. And then on your next breath in, we're going to circle both arms up, relaxing through the shoulders as you lengthen through your fingertips. And then on your exhalation, we're going to take a twist over to the right. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you, belly button tucked in. Deep breath in. Exhale for 1. Inhale. And exhale for 2. Inhale, we're going to come back through center. And then on your exhalation, this time we're going to lengthen to the left. So left hand down, right arm reaches up and over the ear, nice and long in the side body. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. And exhale for 2. Inhale, lengthen back up through center. And then on your exhalation, we're going to take that length over to the right for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale for 2. Inhale, reach back up. And then on your exhalation, twisting to the left, right hand to the outside of that left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale for 2. From here, we're going to start to come back through center. And then we're going to come onto our hands and knees. We're going to find our table. All right, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Hips stacked over the knees. Tops of the feet flat on the mat. We are going to begin to tuck our left toes under. We're going to slide that left foot back, picking the back knee up off the mat. And then we're just going to rock the weight of the body forwards and backwards, just to stretch up through the back of that left leg. And then the next time we reach back for that left heel, go ahead, pick that left foot up off the mat. We're going to keep the left foot flexed. Fingers spread nice and wide on that left hand. Reach the right arm forward. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. On your exhalation, lower left shin back down to the mat. We're going to open the right arm out to the right, opening through the chest, stacking through the shoulders. And then on your exhalation, right arm threads through shoulder and ear to the mat. You can keep your left hand where it is, or you can extend that left arm forward, tenting the fingers to get a little bit more of a opening in that left shoulder. Or you can take that left hand behind you to your low back. Maybe it even climbs around to the right thigh, really opening through the shoulder. Breathe here. One more breath. From here, let's bring that left hand back in front of our face. It's not already. We're going to press into it, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, opening through the chest once again. And then as you exhale, right hand comes back down to meet the left. From here, let's do a few rounds of cat-cow in between sides. Inhaling to arch the spine, roll the shoulders back, hips up, gaze up. And then on your exhalation, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Just moving with your own breath. Wiggle through the hips, shake the head yes and no. And then from here, we'll come back into our table, tuck our right toes under now, slide the right foot back, and then just rocking forwards and backwards. And then once again, reach through that right heel, pick that right foot up off the mat, keeping that foot flexed. Left arm is going to reach forward this time. Belly button tucks in. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And then on your exhalation, right shin comes down to the mat. Left arm opens out to the left. As you exhale, left arm threads through right side of the body, shoulder and ear to the mat. And then just doing anything you did on the other side now with that right arm. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then from here, you can start to bring that right hand back in front of the face. Press into it, reach that left arm back up. As you exhale, left hand comes back down to meet the right. From here, let's walk our hands forward. We're going to come into a puppy's pose. So you can start to melt chest and chin towards the mat, getting that nice stretch in between the shoulders. And then from your puppy's pose, we're going to come on to our bellies, finding Sphinx. The feet can be a little wide here for your low back. We're going to bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide. Broadening through the chest, opening the shoulders. Breathing into the low back. Of course, if this is too much for the low back, you can kind of melt the front of the rib cage down a little bit more. Going to take one more breath here in our Sphinx. And then on your exhalation, we're going to start to melt the heart forward. Bring your forehead to the mat. Let's place our hands where our elbows were. So our elbows are now lifted and our hands are just right at chest level. And then we're going to press up again, this time into a low cobra. Nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lower back down again, we're going to start to come into our first downward facing dog, tucking the toes, hips to heels, and then pressing it back. In your first downward dog, you can gently pedal through the knees, bending one knee at a time. Sway the head. Pressing away from the mat. On your next breath in, we're going to bend both knees, really press away from the mat. And then on your exhalation, we're going to find our plank, shifting forward, shoulder stacked over wrists. 2 more. Inhale, belly to thighs, press it back. Exhale, find your plank. 1 more time, belly to thighs, press away from the mat. Exhale, plank. Nice deep breath here in our plank. And then as you exhale, you're going to gently drop knees to the mat, chest and chin. Inhale, low cobra, open through the chest. On your exhalation, tuck the toes and press it back into downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. On your next breath in, go ahead, walk your feet in between the hands. As you exhale, forward fold at the front of the mat. You can grab opposite elbows and let the head hang, really allowing a release to happen in the spine, in the neck, in the shoulders. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Second time, inhale. And exhale, release your arms. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold forward. 2 more times like that. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. 1 more time, flat back. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Little bend in the knees. We're going to circle our arms out and up, finding a high prayer. On your exhalation, hands are going to float through heart center. And then by your side, mountain pose. All right, from mountain, we're going to reach both arms out and up. I want you to take your left wrist with your right hand. And then we're going to just take a stretch over to the right. I'm going to take 2 breaths, look up at the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, 1. Belly button tucks in. And exhale for 2. Inhale, come back through center, reach both arms up. We're going to take our right wrist now with our left hand and then lengthen over to the left for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale for 2. Inhale, come back through center, palms together, lifting through the heart, lifting through the gaze. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold forward over the legs. Inhale, find your flat back. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, let's step it back into our downward facing dog. From your downward dog, let's shift forward and find plank. And then from plank, your choice, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra or upward dog. And then exhale, pressing back into your downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next breath in, we're going to send that right leg up and back to a downward dog split. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, finding a low lunge. Now from your low lunge, we're going to start to reach forward and up, finding high lunge. And then from your high lunge, hands to the mat, left foot meets the right, folding forward. Flat back on your inhale. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, high prayer. On your exhalation, hands flow through heart center, and then by your side. High prayer, inhale. Exhale, diving forward over the legs. Flat back, inhale. On your exhalation, hands to the mat. We're stepping our left foot back into a low lunge. This time on your inhalation, we're going to rise back up into our high lunge. And then as you exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to downward facing dog. On your next breath in, find plank. As you exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, pressing it back into your downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. On your next inhalation, left leg is going to extend back. On your exhalation, left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rise it up to your high lunge. On your exhale, hands to the mat, right foot meets the left, folding forward. I'm going to find a flat back on our inhale. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, high prayer. Exhale, hands float through heart center, and then back to Tadasana. High prayer, inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Flat back, inhale. On your exhalation, hands to the mat, right foot steps back into your low lunge. Inhale, go ahead, rise back up into high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, step it back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. This time on your next breath in, we're going to send right leg up and back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rise up to high lunge. And then on your exhalation, we're going to bring hands to heart center. We're going to take a twist over to the right. Hook that left elbow to the outside of your right knee. From here, look down at that right foot. We're going to gently bend through that left knee and bring that left foot right next to the right, finding our chair twist. Keep the hips low. Inhale, chair pose through center. Reach those arms up. On your exhalation, fold forward over the legs, shake it out. Inhale, finding your flat back. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat. We're going to step it back to plank, moving through your vinyasa any way you wish. Deep breath in your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Then on your next breath in, left leg is going to extend back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, let's rise it on up. Find your high lunge. On your exhalation, hands float through heart center, twisting to the left this time. Inhale, look down at that left foot. Exhale, little bend in that right knee. Right foot meets the left chair twist. Inhale. We're going to come back through center, find your chair. And then as you exhale, really shake it out. Flat back, inhale. On your exhalation, hands to the mat, step it back, moving through your vinyasa as you wish. And then we're going to take 3 breaths, either in child's pose if you need it, or chaturanga, or downward dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. And exhale. All right, on your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, bend the knee, open that right hip. Let's circle that right knee 3 times one way. And 3 times the other way. Square your hips off, straighten the right leg. On your exhalation, right foot in between the hands. Left heel is going to spin down to the mat. We're going to rise up into our warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. 1 more breath. On your exhalation, flip that right palm up, reverse your warrior. Keep that front knee bent. As you exhale, hands to the mat, step it back, and move through your vinyasa. Deep breath in. And exhale. As you inhale, left leg is going to extend back. As you exhale, bend through the knee, open that left hip. Let's circle that left knee 3 times one way. And the other direction. And square your hips off, straighten that left leg back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands. Right heel spins down. Rise up, warrior 2. 5 breaths, inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. 1 more breath. And then on your exhalation, flip that left palm up, reverse. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step it back and move through your vinyasa. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. On your next inhalation, right leg reaches back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, left heel spins down, warrior 2. From your warrior 2, straighten through your right leg. Send that left hip back. We're going to reach forward and come into our triangle. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. On your exhalation, rise back up, arms to a T. We're going to flip just our right palm up, reverse our triangle. And then from your reverse triangle, rebend through that right knee, hands to the mat. We're going to step it back to plank. from your plank, drop your heels over to the right, and then come back through center, heels to the left, and then back through center. Inhale and plank. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. You can always come into child's pose if you need it. We're going to take 3 breaths in downward dog or child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. On your next breath in, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, right heel spins down to the mat, rising up into our warrior 2. Left arm forward, right arm back. From your warrior 2, go ahead, straighten through that left leg. Right hip reaches back, coming into our Trikonasana triangle pose. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, rise back up, arms to a T. Let's lift just our left palm up, reverse. Inhale. And then on your exhalation, rebend through that left knee, hands to the mat, and we're stepping it back to our plank. 1 more time, heels to the right, back through center, heels left, back through center. Inhale and plank. Exhale, move through your flow. Three breaths in, downward dog or child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg will extend back. On your exhalation, right foot in between the hands, left heel spins down, rising up into your warrior 2. From your warrior 2, we're going to flip our right palm up, reverse our warrior. And then as you exhale, we're going to come into side angle. Forearm gently rests on the thigh. We're not collapsing into it. Opening through the chest. Left arm reaches up and over the ear. Now, if you'd like here, you can take that left hand, bring it behind you to your low back, or climb it around to the right thigh, or full bind, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale it for 2. 1 more breath. Then on your exhalation, we're going to take our left hand to our hip. We're going to bring our right hand to a block or to the mat on the outside of that right foot. We're going to gently make our way into our half moon. Take your time to get there. Breathing here. And then from here, gently make your way back into your warrior 2. All right, from your warrior 2, we're going to flip our right palm up again, reverse. As you exhale, hands are going to come down to the mat to frame the right foot. We're going to come onto the ball of the left foot. I want you to bring that left hand as close as you can to the right foot, so it's just right next to it. We're going to come to the outer edge of that left foot. And then we're going to come into a side plank. Any variation of side plank you want. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale, right hand down to the mat to plank. And then you move through your vinyasa. Unless you want to skip it, 3 breaths in downward dog or child's pose. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath. And exhale. On your next breath in, left leg will extend back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, right heel spins down. We're rising back up into our warrior two. From our warrior two, flip that left palm up, reverse. And then from your reverse warrior, we're going to come into side angle. Taking your time just to find your alignment first. And then if you'd like here, you come into your bind. 3 breaths. One more breath. And then from here, wherever you're at in this pose, left hand is going to come down to the block, right hand to your hip. We're going to start to make our way into our half moon. Once you get into your half moon, you're going to take 3 breaths on your own. From here, gentle bend in that left knee. We're going to land back into our warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Now from your warrior two, flip that left palm up, reverse. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to cartwheel down to the mat, coming onto the ball of the right foot. We're going to bring that right hand right next to the left foot. We're going to come to the outer edge of that right foot, and then we're going to come into our side plank. Any variation of side plank you want to do. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, keep pressing that pelvis up for 2. 1 more breath. And then on your exhalation, left hand comes down, move through your vinyasa. Deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. This time as you exhale, we're going to come into our warrior one. So right foot is going to come behind that left wrist or right wrist. Left heel comes down to the mat. And rise up and reach the arms up towards the ceiling. We are just going to play with the balance here. So we're going to transition from warrior one to warrior three 3 times. So just take a deep breath here in your warrior one. On your exhalation, gently bring the hands to heart center. Shift your weight into that right foot and come into warrior 3. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 3. This time we're going to hold it. Breathing in and out. And then back into our warrior 1. Nice. All right, from your warrior 1, we're going to straighten through our right leg. Interlace the hands at the low back. Reach the fist back and over through the chest. And then as you exhale, rebend through the right knee. Devotional warrior. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. On your exhalation, just go ahead and release the hands down to the mat. You can start to make your way back into your low lunge. We're going to step it back to plank. And then from plank, I want you just to lower all the way down onto the mat. You can release your cheek to the mat, arms by your side, wiggle through the hips. Nice deep breath in. And exhale out. From here, having the feet as wide as the mat. We're going to bring our chin or our forehead to the mat. It's up to you. Let's reach our arms forward. Mat distance as well. Palms are going to face up towards the ceiling. Exhale everything out. And then on your next breath in, full locust pose. Legs come up, arms come up, chest come up. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And then exhale, release. You can stack your hands, bring your forehead to your hands. Wiggle through the hips again. Nice deep breath in. And exhale out. From here, you can start to bring those feet closer to hip distance. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders, forehead to the mat. I'm going to give you a choice here. You can either press back to child's pose and then move through your vinyasa from there, or you can tuck your toes under, press up to your plank, and then move through your vinyasa from there. And then we'll take 3 breaths in downward dog or your child's pose. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. All right, last side is standing poses. Inhale, left leg is going to extend back. Exhale, left foot behind the left wrist. Right heel spins down. Warrior 1. All right, warrior 1 to warrior 3. Inhale, find your warrior 1. Exhale, hands go through heart center. Begin to balance on that left foot coming into warrior 3. Warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 3. We're going to hold it for 3 breaths. And then back to warrior 1. Nice. All right, from warrior 1, straighten the left leg. Interlace the hands at the low back. Reach the fist back, inhale. Exhale, rebend that left knee. Devotional warrior, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath. As you exhale, release the hands down to the mat, finding our low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank, lowering all the way down onto the mat. Opposite cheek to the mat, arms by your side. Wiggle through the hips. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. All right, so from here, I'm going to give you 3 options. We can either do full locust pose like you did before. You can come into a half locust, so interlacing the hands at the low back and only lifting your upper body for 3 breaths. Or we'll prepare for bow pose, chin or forehead to the mat, bending through the knees, reaching for the outer edges of the feet. So whichever one you're going to do, just prepare now. We'll exhale everything out. And then on your next breath in, you're going to lift up. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And release. You can release and bring the hands back underneath the forehead. We'll have the feet pointing up towards the ceiling, knees bent, and just windshield wiper the legs from right to left, massaging out through the low back. And then from here, same options. We're going to start to lower the legs back down, forehead to the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. Either pressing back to child's pose or tucking the toes, pressing up into plank, and then moving through your vinyasa. Three breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath. And exhale. Inhale, let's extend that right leg up and back. On your exhalation, we're going to find our pigeon. Aligning yourself in your pigeon, finding some length, opening through the chest. And then when you're ready, you can start to walk your hands forward, making sure you're resting your forehead onto something. And we'll stay here for about a minute. So just really allowing the front body to relax, let everything go. One more breath here. We'll start to rise back up. And then from here, we're just going to press it back into our downward facing dog. Take a moment here, pedal out through the knees, stretching out through the legs and the hips. And then if you choose to, move through your vinyasa. Coming back into our downward facing dog. On your next breath in, left leg will extend back. As you exhale, finding your pigeon. Getting yourself all aligned, opening through the chest. Inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands forward, resting your forehead onto something. And just letting go. One more breath here. From here, you can start to gently press your way back up. We're going to gently make our way back into our last downward facing dog. Taking a moment, pedaling out through the knees, anything that you want to do that feels good. And then from here, last vinyasa of our class. And we're going to meet and child's pose. Feet together, knees apart, forehead to the mat. You can wiggle through the hips, sway the head. The arms can be forward, or you can bring the arms by your side if that feels good. And then from here, we're just going to start to walk our hands up towards the hips. We're going to sit on our feet for a second. We're just going to bring the hands behind us. We're going to come into a modified camel's pose. So just bringing the hands behind you and lifting through the pelvis. That's it. Lifting through the pelvis and drawing your shoulders back. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, you just release the sit bones back to your heels. And you're gonna swing those legs around in front of you. All right, from here, finding your staff pose, we'll bring your hands by your hips and just begin to sit nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back. Reach the arms up, take a nice inhale. And then as you exhale, hinging from the hips, we're gonna find a forward fold for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. And start to rise back up. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees open. Take a moment just to kind of rock on the sit bones. And then stay on your sit bones and just butterfly the knees. And then from here, we're going to take our fingers, wrap them around our big toes, sit nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, inhale. As you exhale, we keep the elbows splayed out as we begin to fold over the legs. Take 3 breaths here, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. Go ahead and rise back up. We're going to bring the knees back together. Soles of the feet to the mat. Hands are going to come underneath the thighs. Make sure there's enough room behind you. We're going to start to lower down. So we're just going to reach our arms forward. And then 1 vertebrae at a time, feeling the back lower down onto the mat. Arms by your side. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. From here, we're going to come into 1 bridge pose. So just walking your feet a little closer to the heels. We're going to bring the palms onto the mat. We're going to exhale everything out. And then on your next breath in, you're going to begin to slowly lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Interlace the hands underneath you. And you can draw your shoulders underneath you. It is hard to instruct in bridge, Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. Keep lifting those thighs. And then exhale, release. Whew. All right. I just need to drink a little water after that one. Let's bring our knees in towards our chest. And then you can just start to rock and roll, massage up through your spine. Let's bring our hands on our kneecaps. And then from here, I want you just to trace 3 big circles in one direction with the knees together. And then we'll go the other direction, 3. And then from here, we're going to separate our knees a bit. And we're going to do 3 big circles, so 2 circles. So 2 circles with the knees going towards each other. Getting into the hip flexors and then away from each other. And then from here, we're going to come into happy baby. So you can reach to the outer edge of the feet. You can sway a bit from side to side. If it feels good, you can play with straightening one leg out, straightening the other leg out, entirely up to you. And then we'll bring the knees back together in towards the chest. And then we're going to drop our knees over to the right. You can give your hips a big old scooch to the left. Head's going to turn to the left as well. Nice deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And then from here, let's shift our hips over to the right. We'll drop our knees to the left. The head will turn to the right. Breathing here. And then you can start to make your way back through center. Let's grab our block. We're going to close our practice in our supported shoulder stand. So you can just lift your hips and slide the block on the lowest setting underneath your, right where your low back meets your sit bones. And then from here, we're going to extend both legs straight up towards the ceiling. And then you can take a chance here to shimmy around a bit wherever that block needs to be. Flexing through the feet. We're going to take 10 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. Inhale. Exhale for 5. Inhale. Exhale for 6. Inhale. Exhaling for 7. Inhale. Exhale for 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. One more breath here. And then on your exhalation, you can start to bend through the knees and bring the soles of the feet back to the mat. Now, if there is anything else that you feel that you need to do before you come into Shavasana, if your practice doesn't feel complete without, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, if you're ready to come into Shavasana, you can start to make your way there, getting yourself nice and cozy, putting on any extra layers. Lying comfortably on the mat. Let out a nice exhalation. Softening a little more. Feeling the back of your body sinking into the mat. Feeling all the muscles of the face relax. Any tingly sensation, any energy in your hands, in your feet. On your next breath in, feeling the breath expanding through the belly, expanding through the chest. And on your exhalation, imagining any leftover tension releasing out of the body through the crown of your head. And start to deepen the breath. And then bring some awareness back into your body, wiggling through your fingers, your toes, swaying the head from side to side. And then on your next breath in, reach both arms back behind you. Give yourself a big stretch. And then from here, you can start to bend the knees. Make your way over to one side. Find the fetal position. And then keeping the head heavy and the eyes closed, you can go ahead and press your way up. Find a comfortable seat. Let's bring our hands to heart center. We'll seal that intention that we set, as well as close our practice by gently bowing our heads to our hands. Thanking yourself for doing something good for your body as well as your mind. And as always, thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.